Okay. See if this works. I think it will. All
Why
right.
can't you use Facebook anymore?
Because Facebook changed their rules. Oh, there we go.
Okay,
All
then.
right, hold on. Let me turn.
I am so not tech
Um,
savvy, so I don't know anything about this stuff.
yeah, let me turn. I gotta figure out how to turn this off here because I hear myself back and forth on YouTube and here. Oh, there we go. I just muted the site. I think it's still good. And I'll still have sound with the recording. And when people watch it, it'll still be there. That would be fine. So, yeah. So Facebook Meta, which apparently is like the new like Facebook, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So they had announced in January that in 90 days they were going to discontinue all third party apps from being used in Facebook groups. So there are a lot of like apps that have been developed to help people like us, with posting things and with, all streaming and using a lot of different tools, being able to stream into multiple groups at one time. And they discontinued all of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So there has not been a resolution yet. And so, but the workaround is we can still stream into YouTube. So actually, for Carrie Martin and Lakina Bellamy's launch parties last night, we did it on YouTube because we couldn't do it in Facebook. And so it still worked fine. But, and then we can put the YouTube link in their groups, but it's just different. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But anyway, so we just figure it out, right? We just pivot and we figure it out and it's totally fine. Maya,
Yep.
I love seeing your hair like that. It is so cute. Did you get it? Did you always have the bangs? Did you get the bangs recently?
So they're like faux bangs. They're real, like it is my hair, but like if I style it a different way, I can use those bangs or not bangs.
Oh my goodness, so cool. Well, you look
So,
I like it.
adorable. I love it.
well, thank you. Trying
It
something
looks really
different.
cute. Yeah, it's
Meet
great.
something
And
different.
Danny is here. All right, awesome. Uh, yeah. All right. Very good. All right. Let me just finish up this here. Yeah. Okay. So we are right now going to talk about just some announcements first because I realized I gave you the wrong dates for May. And I apologized because I said that on May 27th, we would be doing our soft purple blossoms makeovers, but that's Memorial Day. So we're not doing it that day. We're going to do it the week prior. Okay. So it's going to be May 20th for the Soft Blossoms Purple Makeovers. And we're still doing the summer product, preview on the 13th. Okay. And that will be showing our brand new skincare line. It's also going to be showing some other products that are launching for the summer as well. Do you girls want to see what the skincare line looks like?
What date is that?
Yeah, the 13th, May 13th at 7:30. And I have to talk to Ashley and Stacy and our Just Peachy makeovers that are next week Monday won't be on Facebook Live. So it'll might be on YouTube. We will let you know. So we will talk tomorrow and get all that information out so that you can let your guests know how they get to how they can view it. Okay. But let me show you what this looks like here. It's just so exciting. So when you are a director, you get something called a buzz kit 5 times a year. And it's really exciting because it always has the new products in it. Liz, you would just die. You would be so excited. And it says cue that can. It's so cute. It gives us the whole rundown of all the products that are going to be in here. I mean, it's almost like a report, of everything. And it is wonderful. But then, embedded in here, this one's a pretty hefty one because they have given us the full size sets of the new skincare in both formulas. So we have the hydrating and the mattifying cleansers, hydrating and mattifying hydrators. Okay. We also have the exfoliating scrub that is good for either skin type. Okay. And then we also have a balancing toner, which is good for either skin type. All right. Now, there are other things in here that I'm not showing you because you're not allowed to know about that yet. You'll get to know about that on May 1st. So if you want to know things, become a director. But this is what the products look like. Now, this is not an anti-aging system. Okay. This is appealing to the tweens, the girls that want to have great skincare at a young age, and their moms are okay with buying that nice skincare. So all of these pieces are $20 each. Really easy. Okay, so it's $80 for the entire system. Very clean looking, packaging that is here. Very simple. So here is our hydrating cleanser like that. So it's white. It is a white packaging with pale pink caps. Okay. So there you go. I gotta like hold it back so it doesn't like, get all blown out from, but that is the line right here. So we are going to be talking a lot about this, okay, during for the summer product preview and allowing people to try this out. Okay. This is the day after Mother's Day, but it's a great mother and daughter kind of activity, right? So that girls and their moms can be trying this out together. So just kind of be thinking of how you can market that and how you can engage with people for that. Okay. This Thursday, Ari Hathaway is our guest speaker for the Pink Share Zoom. And I want to challenge all of you to have 3 guests on. If you've never had 3 guests on before, maybe you've had 1, maybe you've had 2, maybe you've had 3, but 3 guests on, okay, on this Thursday. It is at 7:30. It is on Zoom, okay? All of the information is on the flyer, which is on our Facebook event page. It's also in our boards app as well. If you need an updated link for the boards app, let me know because I was able to change some settings. So y'all should be able to add it to your boards, okay? So you've got the app. Ari Hathaway is like, she is gold. She is absolute gold. Sometimes her training turns into a sermon, okay? Because she loves Jesus that much. She is born to Cuban immigrants, down in Miami, Florida. Her story is just absolutely incredible, growing up with a single mom and just where her work ethic comes from, where her appreciation for America comes from, and her appreciation for Mary Kay. She's just wonderful. So you will not regret having guests on for that. Okay, you will not regret having guests on for that. So when you have 3 guests on there, I will have a prize for you. Okay, I will have a prize for you. Now, all the prizes, and you're like, we didn't get our prizes from March yet. They went in the mail yesterday. Okay, so they are coming, and so don't worry, did not forget. But your prizes
I got
are
it
coming.
today.
You got it today, Liz. The next day. No, I should just drive it up to your house, but yeah. Sometimes I just put it in the mail. So, but yeah, Liz is very close to me. And ladies, are you excited to hear from Liz? Are you excited to hear from her tonight? Because she's going to be our featured guest, our featured trainer. I don't think do I have any other announcements? I don't think I do. I think those are all the announcements I have. Let me look at our May calendar again here. Well, I will tell you in May, we do have a Pink Share Zoom that is already scheduled for May 2nd. Okay, so that's another Pink Share Zoom, May 2nd at 7:30. That one is with Sabrina Goodwin-Mundy. Okay, Sabrina Goodwin-Mundy. Her husband is like an Olympic wrestling coach. I'm telling you, there are some high achieving people in Mary Kay regarding the women themselves, their husbands, their kids. Like it's pretty amazing. All right. And then that's what I've got. That's what I've got for you. All right. So let us go to talking about Liz. And then I am going to be sharing some ideas for seminar, selling for seminar, how you can get there, how you can, strategically get to seminar and what that means and what that looks like. But first, let's talk to Liz. So Liz, tell us when you joined Mary Kay. Tell us a little bit about your little bit about your history, right, with Mary Kay and why you decided to join most recently.
Okay, so I joined Mary Kay originally back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I was an at-home mom, and I just needed some extra income to bring into the house to, help and do my part. And then, as the kids grew up, I ended up going into a real job and, went that way and whatnot, and retired not too long ago, moved down to North Carolina, and I had a blast moving in and setting up my new house and all that stuff and made a bunch of new friends. But I was going out to lunch like all the time and going shopping all the time. And it's great. Don't get me wrong. I love to lunch and I love to shop and I love to do all that stuff, but you can only do that so much.
Mm.
So I started getting a little bored. I needed
Mm.
something to make me feel productive. And I realized that I needed work. I needed something to focus on and things like that. And I had also, at the same time, all this was going on because I never do anything simple in my life. There's always complications everywhere. Bethany can tell you. This past month has just been like crazy. But I entered menopause. Yay, or I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But um, with menopause, my skin started to change and I started getting dry patches and all this other stuff. And although even when I wasn't selling Mary Kay throughout the years, I still use my cleanser. I still use my time wise. I'm a bar soap person, so I use my time wise bar soap, use my time wise moisturizer, whatever. But I remembered back when I was selling Mary Kay originally, I had gotten my mom started on the Miracle set. And I hadn't been using like the day and the night and all that kind of stuff. I was just using the cleanser and moisturizer. I said, I remember when my mom passed away, everyone was shocked to find out how old she really was because she didn't look her age at all. I said, maybe I need to bring Mary Kay back into my life and start doing what my mom did, and I'll get my skin back and whatever. And I went online and I looked for someone who kind of reminded me of me a little bit, young kids and whatever. And I'm like, oh, here's Bethany. I'll call Bethany. And so I met with her and she introduced me to what Mary Kay has become since back then. And
Mm.
within 2 weeks of starting my new skincare regimen, my husband came up to me and he said, you're doing something different. I'm noticing something different. You look good and can I use it? And it was right at that point I had decided, you know what? I remember when I was doing Mary Kay, that was fun. So I want fun. I want to be fun again. And then with that, Bethany texts me, the usual, hey, I have to have 3 guests tonight, blah, 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 blah. And, I'm like, she's like, I know it's really last minute, but can you get on? And I'm like, oh, sure, Bethany, I can do that. But little did she know I had already decided to join before she contacted me.
It's true. Yeah, she was texting me before the event. She goes, I already decided I'm joining, but I'll still watch for you. I was like, okay.
So anyway, I'm the type of person, I never do anything just simple. I either put 100% or I don't put anything. That's the way it goes. So I immediately just started running with it. And so twice a year, the community that I live in, it's a new community. And twice a year we've started doing these vendor events. And what it is, there's 308 houses where I live. And pretty much a lot of the people have some sort of business that they do, whether it be they make candles or they do tumblers or who makes t-shirts and who sells Mary Kay and who has a power washing business and all this other stuff. So twice a year we do a vendor event and people can come and they can sell their crafts and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, well, I have Mary Kay, so I'm going to be the Mary Kay lady at the vendor event. And at the same time I had decided to do that, I had also seen Bethany's because I couldn't be on the Source Sisters call that day, but I watched the replay of the 60 face challenge. And I'm like, wow, that'd be really cool. I'm going to do that. So I kind of intertwined the two, figuring if I have a table at the vendor event. That'll help me get 60 faces for my party, and I planned that for this upcoming weekend. The vendor event was last weekend. And the purpose of doing the vendor event was, okay, hey, I'm the Mary Kay lady, introduce, whatever. And I made a couple of sales, I had a special as soon as people walked in, I did satin hands on them, and it was, buy one satin hands, get one 50% off. And then I had some other specials too, but what I had done was I went on to Mary Kay In Touch and looked up like product fact sheets. So anything that I had on special, I had a laminated card with product information available on the table so people could see what the product was without me really kind of having to like get into it. And so, yeah, so that works. I had that I did the mineral sunscreen. There's the satin hands one. I also I laminated the skincare chart. So people could look at that. Here's a little bit about lip glosses. And I did front and back laminations and had them all on the table for people to look and touch, because people like to look and touch. They want to see things.
I'm just
yeah,
pulling you up here, Liz.
There you go. So, and then in the center there, I had a basket of just like, I had the limited hand creams or whatever, and I was doing like a clearance special on those kind of things. And then I had my advertisement there for the 60 face challenge that I'm doing. So as people came in and I gave them their satin hands, I was like, hey, you know what? I got this event coming up next week if you're available. And I have a friend of mine across the street who does all sorts of graphic arts and stuff like that. She made for me Mary Kay bucks. So people, if they signed up to come to my event this weekend, just for signing up, they got $5 in Mary Kay bucks. If they actually show up, they get another $5 in Mary Kay bucks. And then if they bring a friend, they get $10 in Mary Kay bucks, and their friend gets $10 also. The more friends they bring, they can get $10 for each friend they bring. So everyone was like really excited about it. And although I didn't get 60 signed up yet, I do have 30 definites, and a few people are still, I had 2 people contact me today, confirming their times and stuff like that. I have a friend of mine who's a bartender. So he's coming, and he's going to do in the morning sessions. I'm seeing people at 9 o'clock, 11:30, 2 o'clock, 4:30, and 7 p.m. So in the morning we're doing Bellinis and Bloody Marys, and I have cookies and quiches and all kinds of stuff. And then in the afternoon we'll do Cosmos and Bloodies also. And I'll, just some light sandwiches kind of things or whatever. Everybody who comes in, I have a box of there's the Mary Kay box.
How funny are those? How funny are those? Is that not hysterical? She's just passing these out to people with her face on them.
So my friend has decided that she's branding me, and that's my brand. So everything that I have has that like cartoon character of me on it. It's hilarious. But anyway, so I have a box of stuff that I put together. I have 60 products in there, and it's all stuff like when I place my initial orders, you know how they give you like, oh, if you do so much, you get this for free and you get that for free. So it's all the free stuff that I've gotten with my orders. And so when they come in, not only are they getting their, Mary Kay bucks to spend, but they're all going to walk out with a free product, a full-size product, just for coming and being here or whatever. And then I'm going to do just like the person in the video said, I'm going to do half a face. And we're going to do the charcoal mask down the nose. I'm going to do microdermabrasion on the hands. I'm going to do satin hands, satin lips. And I have a couple people who I know they're interested in color and stuff. So I have like a little color section set up. And the whole point of me doing this is because it's a new business for me, is I just want to build my customer base. So although I would have loved to have had 60 people show up, I'm happy with my 30 to 40 that I'll probably get.
Who would be excited about 30 to 40 faces in one day? Would we be excited about that? I mean, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Liz.
And you figure, again, the average person spends about $100. So if I can have a $4,000 day, I'm real good with that.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I want to ask you, you answered a lot of the questions that I had for you with this, so
Yep.
the goal, ladies, with vendor events, I just want to reiterate that is not selling, right, so much, but rather lead generating. And Liz was going because she wanted to book people. She had the 60-day planned. She already had the date, right? She already had it planned out what time she was offering. And so she signed people up for that right on the spot there. Now, I want to know, Liz, because this is what makes or break a vendor event. Okay. What makes or break a vendor event is how you approach people. Right? To get them to your table, to get them to engage with you, because you can be at a vendor event and have the most beautiful display. And if you just sit in a chair behind the table and smile at people, they're going to smile back and keep walking. So, Liz, what did you do?
Okay. So first of all, I'm the type of person, if you haven't gathered yet, I'll talk to a tree if it'll talk back to me. So I purposely, because I was doing satin hands, that was my plan to people like to get something for free. That
Oh,
let's be real. If it's for free, it's for me. Um,
mhm,
so I knew the setup of the clubhouse that we use. So I
mhm,
purposely asked, I wanted to be at the front because we have a sink right there. And I knew, for rinsing purposes, whatever, I wanted to be by the sink. Well, also by the front is also the entrance. So people had to pass me in order
mhm.
to get in. So I basically, people walked in and I'm like, hey, can I give you a free satin hands treatment? And before they knew it, they were getting squirted. And then I had my friend Rocky, who was sitting at the sink. I'm like, okay, so you're going to rub that in, and then you're going to go see my friend Rocky, and she's going to help you exfoliate, and she's going to give you lotion, and your hands are going to be amazing. And I can make your face feel that way too, and that would just, start it up. And then if depending on how many people were there, I could go back to where Rocky was, and then I would say to them, and Rocky was kind of trained too. She's like, "Hey, did you hear about the event that Liz is doing next weekend, whatever?" So and I hire my friends and I pay them with product.
Right.
So it's really not an expense for me. When
Mhm.
I'm able to tell her, hey, you know what? When you run out of your age lifting serum or whatever, which is $74 retail, I'll give it to you at my cost. Thank you for helping me. And yeah, so that's how we work it. And like I said, if I wasn't accosting people when they walked in, my friends were.
There you go. There you go. She had some people trained and ready to go. And you know what? They're motivated because they want free, they want that product at cost. They want a deal. So,
Yep.
ladies, if it
And
excites you, excites them.
I know we like to recruit people, so I definitely get that. But like I have these three friends in particular. They will help me all I want. And they'll do oh, okay, you're gonna give me a discount, give me a discount. They are not gonna sign up to be Mary Kay people because they'd rather me do the work for them. And that's
Right.
okay with that. It works out. All of my stuff that my friend has made for me has cost me nothing other than giving her my discount.
Is that a little bag? Like a
It
little zipper
is.
bag?
It is. And that's
Oh my
where I keep
goodness.
all my Mary Kay bucks.
That is so funny. So, how did you collect people's information and get them signed up for the 60 faces? Did you have a sign up paper? Danny is
Well,
the
I have a
master of the
sign up
sign up
sheet
sheet. Oh, there you
with the
go.
different times.
Yeah.
And then I did have a bunch of people who were like, oh my God, Liz, Katie told me that I have to make an appointment with you, but I can't make it on Saturday. When can I meet with you? So I
Mhm.
do have like 5 other bookings just from that. Plus, I have other people who are doing parties. I'm like, oh, you know what? Judy's having a party next week. We'll put you in her party.
There you go.
So and even today I was getting Facebook messages. Hey, I didn't see you on Saturday, but I want to get together with you.
Yeah.
So it's been paying off.
It's, ladies, working with the circles that you have. Think about who do you have in your life and use them like Liz is. You know what I mean? Like you All right. Don't think about what you don't have. Look at what you do have. Look at who is in your corner, who can support you, and what would their hot button be. I love that Liz isn't just giving them products for free, she's giving it to them at cost. All right. She's not losing money. She's just not making money on those people. But those
And
people are giving so much to your business and
and
growing
that's
it.
it. So it all started with my one friend, Katie. And she was my first customer. She's like, I heard you selling Mary Kay and I want this. And she's like all hot. She's like, I want you in a pink Cadillac by the summertime. And so she has no problem just putting me out there and just like, she'll go around and tell everybody 100, oh, you got to go see Liz. You got to go see Liz. So for me, that's like free advertising. And I'm more than happy to give her my cost because she does it for me. She makes it easy. And like I said, even today I'm getting people. Matter of fact, I got a text message yesterday. She's like, I want the same stuff that Katie uses. If it's good enough for Katie, it's good enough for me. I didn't have to sell anything. Katie sold it for me. So, I mean, and like I said, so the vendor event in my community, it cost me nothing because I'm a resident here. So I got a free table. But they do open it up to people on the outside. And I think they only charge $20. But, if you have the opportunity to do something about, something along these lines, again, kind of think in advance, like, where do I want to be placed? What's going to help me? Like I said, I knew that I needed the sink and I knew that the sink was right by the door. So I had it all planned out how that was gonna go down.
Awesome.
And I
Thank you,
even
Liz.
grabbed
All right.
people.
So
I had no problem grabbing husbands either. I was just like, hey, this is real. You got calluses on your hand. Come here. You know,
tell you what, and you know what? Mother's Day is coming. So you put together some Mother's Day packaging. Those
yep,
guys have already tried it. I tell you what.
yep. And that's so what I did with the satin hands was one of my specials was buy one, get one 50% off. And everybody was like, oh my God, Mother's Day is coming. This is gonna be great.
Right. Yeah. Girls, let me just, I want to show you what her specials did look like, in case you did not see that, okay? Because it's not giving away, the farm, right? It's not giving away the farm, but it's it's a little incentive to buy. So what we've got here is, or hold on, let me move this out of the way so I can see. So the lipstick lip gloss, buy two, get one free, right? Chroma Fusion eyeshadows, buy four, get the petite palette free. The Essential Brush Collection, 10% off. Oil-free eye makeup remover, 10% off. Satin Hands Pampering Set, buy one, get one 50% off. And the Mineral Facial Sunscreen, 10% off. So smart, these are things that are easy to just purchase by looking at them. They don't need to have, a pampering session. They don't need to have a consultation, right? To figure out what's going to be good for them. Like most women can look at, I like these eyeshadows, right? And they can pick those out. They can, a mineral facial sunscreen. I mean, hello, who doesn't need sunscreen, right? And she's trying the satin hands. So smart thing. Same thing with lipstick, lip glosses, easy sells. So I just love it. So two more questions, Liz. Well,
Yep.
kind of three, but one thing is, what did you enjoy the most about doing your vendor event?
Oh my God. Well, number one, I got to meet a lot of people in my neighborhood that I didn't even know existed.
Mm.
Because we are, again, we're a small community, but we're a large community at the same time, just the way it's set up.
Right.
So there was a lot of people I knew names, but I didn't know faces, whatever. So I like meeting new people. And I'll talk to a tree if it'll talk back. So, that
Yeah.
was fun. And, I also just love the idea that, I was able to, work with some other people. There was one of the women, who lives down the street from me. I didn't know she has a cookie business. And
Mm.
so I found these cookies on Pinterest that are like a makeover kind of cookie. And it looks like a girl putting a mask on and it's got lipstick and the hair's in the towel wrap and whatever. And so I'm working with her, I'm collaborating with her to so that when I do parties, whatever, I can bring a tray of cookies um to my parties. So and then there's another woman, she does a dry bar and she makes all of these interesting drinks and concoctions, whatever. So she has like this pink drink. And so I'm working with her to, so we're collaborating and getting together to do some different ideas together just to, bring each other some new business.
Yeah. So love the working with other people because Jasmine's the one that says it. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours,
Yep.
right? So Liz, that's what
Networking,
you're
all about
doing. And
networking.
yeah, and yeah, they will refer you to other people. Now, what would you is there anything that you would do differently next time?
Um, would I do anything different next time? I probably, I know this is going to sound funny. So one of the other things that I was doing, jar of kisses, and people were guessing how many kisses were in the jar. And then the winner I put together a swag bag for the winner. And the problem was everybody was thinking that these were like a treat for them to take. So they kept trying to open it and take kisses. So I think next time I'll probably have like a little treat thing as well. Because again, everybody just, and I should have known this from my previous experiences in the workforce. Food draws people. If you
Yeah.
have food, they will come.
That's right. Yeah, always have a dish of candies out there, and if it's something where kids are going to be involved, the kids will come over and bring their parents. So, yeah, always and chocolate makes people happy.
Oh yeah.
And so Liz, I would also recommend having a bowl of chocolate on your
Yep.
table when you're doing your 60 faces as well
Yep.
because
And
I'm
just so you
happy
know,
and they'll buy.
I went to Sam's Club today, and if anybody's local or whatever, go to Sam's Club. They have purple. They have pink lint chocolate balls. So I
Yeah.
bought those for this weekend.
Perfect. 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 And then last question, Liz. And this is, you know, would everyone watching agree that Liz is a big thinker? Would we agree with that? Yes. Okay. Okay. So what if someone said, I just can't think as big as you? What would you say to them?
I would say the worst that can happen is someone's going to say no. That's the worst thing that can happen. It's not going to make or break you. It's
Mm,
no, I'm not interested, and no never really means no until it's like harsh. No could mean not today. No could mean now's not a good time. It doesn't mean
mm,
no forever. It just means no, not right now. So it doesn't mean, in 3 weeks or whatever, or 3 months, whatever, you can reach out and say, hey, I know the last time we spoke, it wasn't a good time for you, but how about this weekend or whatever?
right.
So persistence is is
Mm,
is key. And I say persistence, not annoyance, persistence, because you don't want to be annoying. I never want to be that person that doesn't get invited to parties anymore. And that's what
right.
happens if you start bugging people, people are going to avoid you like the plague. So I never want to be that person,
Yeah.
but just always, have a conversation, accept things with a smile. And,
Mhm.
you know, if I can sell to 5 people at a facial class, I can probably sell to 10 people. And if I could sell to 10
Right.
people, I could probably sell to 12 people. And so, it's just wash, rinse, repeat. Wash,
Right.
rinse, repeat. You're doing the same
Right.
thing over and over and just keep going at it. And don't be afraid to talk to people.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
I was hesitant to start because I was thinking to myself, oh, my group of friends, they're small and I don't want to be, I sometimes I think they're more excited about it than I am. And I go everywhere prepared. You know,
Right.
I went into, I'm not even gonna, so Cornerstone Restaurant, Bethany,
Yeah. Yeah.
I went in there one day and I had my little gift things that I keep in my
Yeah.
pocketbook. And I gave one to the server.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. That's amazing, blah, blah. And she took it in the back. And the other girls that were there saw I had the Hershey's, so they ate her chocolate. And so when she came back to the table, I had actually said to her, I said, by the way, how many other female servers are working today? Because I have more bags. I can give one to everybody. And she's like, oh, good, because they already ate my chocolate. So I gave one to all the servers. There was like 4 other girls there. And the bill came and my pizza was free.
Oh, and they're
So,
gonna know who you are when you go
and
back
they
in
know
there
who yeah,
again.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and it like I have in here some pink Hershey's Kisses. I have
Mm-hmm.
a little mascara sample. I have a charcoal mask sample and a lip gloss sample and my business
Yeah.
card.
Right.
And I just carry these everywhere I go. Whether it's a doctor's office, the whole front staff is all females. They like
Yeah.
chocolate.
Right. Yeah.
Give it out.
Yeah.
Give it out. You know,
Just give
it's
it out.
okay. And I go with my book, you know, because a lot of times I'll give them this and like, oh my God, Mary Kay, do you have a catalog? Yes, I do. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just make sure that you get their name and number so that you can follow. Hey, you know what? I'd love to be able to contact you in a day or so to find out what you thought about this mask. Is it okay if I give you a call?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, sure, absolutely. No, thank you so much. They they love it. They love it.
Right. Yeah. Liz, well, does anybody have any questions for Liz? Okay, Liz, you just just did that so beautifully and so succinctly, gave so many details, didn't hold anything back. Thank you for being so go give and not holding these ideas to
Absolutely.
yourself. Maya, I see that you are unmuted. Do you have a question? Oh, or is she
Maya
frozen?
is oh, there she goes.
Well, there we go. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I do have a question. Sorry, my thing's not touching. When you were doing your table at your vendor event and you had the specials,
Mhm.
did you already have all the product there? Or were you taking orders?
No, I
You
took
were
orders.
okay with that?
Yep. I took orders and they paid me on the spot. They had no problem. I said, listen, I said, because you know, I wasn't sure what I need, what I was going to need or whatever. I'm taking orders. I have the inventory at my house. So after the event, I will deliver it to you.
Okay.
And
You're not technically allowed to sell over the table at something like that. Now, being in like a private clubhouse and a private community, probably would be fine. But if you do a vendor event, elsewhere, you're technically not allowed to sell product over the table. It has to be like in home, right? It has to be an in-home business. You can take orders, but you would not want to have like somebody who's like a self-proclaimed Mary Kay policewoman, right? Reporting you, to
right.
Mary Kay or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but that's a
But no,
great
they
question.
were fine. They were
Yeah.
like, you know, again, you know, it's all in presentation too. You know, I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I smile, I make people laugh, I make people feel comfortable. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. That's my personality. So I had no problem telling them, hey, you know what? I know you place. I'm going to take this order right now. I have it at my house. As soon as the event is over, I'm going to go home and I'll deliver it later on this evening or tomorrow, which works best for you.
Right.
And they were like, no problem. And I had, guy from Long Island, he gave me his credit card and, another
Yeah.
person sent me a Venmo and, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? Danny, yeah.
Um, where did you find like some of your sheets, like the one that Bethany, I know you made that one, but did you like just use Canva or did you make those on your own or
So like the special sheet, all I did was I went on to Mary Kay In Touch and I got the pictures of the product. And then I sent it over to my friend Judy, who does my marketing pieces for me, and she put it together. I want to say she probably used Canva, but I honestly don't know. Because like I said, she's the master at this stuff, not me. I am very technology not savvy. So if you are like me and don't have technology, find a good customer who really is and pay her with product.
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
Yep.
All right, great. All right. Anybody else? All right. Well, give a round of applause of gratitude to Liz. Liz, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Liz is also, look at the date, April 23rd. That's in 5 weeks. She's already a star consultant for the fourth quarter. So that deserves, would we not agree? A pom pom. That deserves a pom. She's a star consultant already. She's already earned her trip to Hawaii. So the virtual trip. So, and by the way, ladies, we did have our virtual trip to Morocco this past Sunday evening. It was a little bit different than other virtual tours that we have seen. Still fascinating, still beautiful, still learned a ton. But it just seems like, okay, because it's going to be different every time, which is great. We just never know what we're going to get. But it was really cool to learn about this place called Chef Chamois. Am I saying that right? Chef Chamois.
Chef
Or
Chamois.
something like that, right? Like,
It was
Danny,
it,
do you
for
remember
for
this?
Moroccan. It was very French.
It was very French. It was a French name in Morocco, in the mountains, in the Atlas Mountains, I think. The Reef, so she was like rolling her tits for her. I mean, it was pretty cool. And all blue walls and blue doors, and that was very, very cool. So anyway, I do want to quickly, I'm looking at the time. So this should go quick, and we can expound on this next week as well. But talking about seminar, because right now we are 12 weeks away from seminar. So that's a good number to be working with right now. A seminar is July 25th to the 28th. We are the first group. We are the first group to go to seminar. You know what that means? We get all the surprises. So we will not be seeing all of the surprises spoiled on social media or anything like that. We get to see everything first. Now, I travel in on the day before. So I travel in on the 24th. Okay. And I would recommend the same thing. Now, you don't have to, but I do recommend that. It makes for a much more relaxed experience. Coming in a day early, we go out to dinner at night, settle into the room. Like, it's just like a chill day, because once seminar starts, you are off and running, and it is jam packed. It is wonderful. It's exciting, but you're off and running. So it's kind of nice to have that relaxing start. It is $225 for the registration. Okay. Or no, $250 for seasoned beauty consultants. However, if you joined since July 1st of 2023, it's $225 for you. You're considered a new independent beauty consultant. So $225 for new independent beauty consultants. If you joined prior to July 1st, then it's $250. The registration opens on April 29th. Okay, that is when the registration opens. You can get a full refund. I forgot to notice that. That's usually by June 30th. I'll have to, or maybe June 29th. I'll have to verify that, but it doesn't hurt to get the registration, and you can always get a full refund, right? As we're getting closer, if it doesn't work out. Now, the approximate cost for seminar, and I am talking the cost of registration, $250 or $225, your plane, your airfare, your hotel room, any meals that you may need, is going to be this is a high number. Okay. I usually am able to do much lower than this, but I'm just going to give you a big number so that it's not stressful while you're there. But if you have $1,200 saved for seminar, that will not be stressful. Okay. It will not be stressful, and you will likely not need all of it. Okay. Especially if you can get a great deal on a flight. If you can get a great deal on a flight, you let me know, because right now the flights out of Wilmington are stupid. They are just stupid expensive. But anyway, let's talk about, getting $1,200, and we're 12 weeks away. What can that look like? So I've got 3 ways, and these 3 ways are, going to appeal to different personality types and different thought, people, right? The way you think about things. So the number one idea, not that it's the best idea, but it's just the first idea, is to focus on selling the miracle set, right? Focus on selling the miracle set. Because if you sold 21 miracle sets between now and seminar, which is July 24th, you would have sold $2,436 retail. That's how much 21 miracle sets are. So we're doing 21 times 116, right? So if you sell that, you're going to have $2,436 retail. Your wholesale order for that, to order those 21 miracle sets, right, would be $1,218. And if you take the 50% profit on those sales, you'd have $1,218 for seminar. Okay. So this is not factoring in any other things that you are selling. You're just focusing, your miracle set sales are your seminar sales. All your other sales are gravy, right? You can decide what you want to do with that profit, that can go towards anything else. But this is a way to focus in on building skincare customers. And I like this idea because it pays you in the future too. You getting all these skincare customers is income and reorders in the future. It's also maybe hostesses in the future. Like our skincare customers make our great hostesses. They make our best team, members, right? It is selling that skincare. So that's the first idea. Second idea, some of you may appeal to, maybe thinking of selling 21 miracle sets. That's like not exciting to you, but you could get behind, you want to give yourself credit for every single item that you sell. So focus on selling instead 120 items. 120 items between now and seminar. So the average item, right? We're going to just give it, and this is a low average, but $20. Let's say the average item is $20. Actually, it's probably more like 25 since we had our price increase, right? But we're just going to say $20 because it's a very nice, easy number to work with, right? So if you're selling 120 items times $20, that is going to give you $2,400 in sales, right? $1,200 goes to your product orders. $1,200 is your profit that goes towards seminar. So now let's just break that down even further. So if you're going to start thinking now about selling 120 items for seminar and you have 12 weeks, 10 items a week. Isn't that beautiful? Can you wrap your head around 10 items a week? Like you can sell 10 items a week. Like it just takes some customer care calls. It takes some bookings. It takes a few, faces or, having them on our events, that's not a hard number to wrap your mind around, right? Inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's hard. So we're going to get everything down to the inches so that it's easy to conceive. You can eat an elephant one bite at a time. Isn't that what Mary Kay says, right? So each item sold is a bite at a time of that. Now, the third idea is maybe you are like, oh, well, I don't want to focus on an average, item for like $20 per item. Like for some reason you don't want to do that. You'd rather focus on just how much do I need to sell? What bottom line? I don't care how many items it takes. I don't care if it's a skincare set or if it's a mascara. How much total sales do I need to have in a week? Ladies, to get $2,400 retail sold in 12 weeks is selling $200 a week. Selling $200 a week. When you sell $200 a week, you will have $1,200 that you order and $1,200 that's for seminar. Okay. So those are just some things to think about. Tracking is going to be that, once you decide, first of all, that you are going to seminar and why, right? And you decide that, and we'll show videos. I don't want to take, it's already 8:48. So, I'm not going to show those videos tonight. We will talk about that later. But then you decide on tracking it and how you want to track it and just keep track of what you do, because it is so energizing every time you cross something off. Oh, I just sold a miracle set. Just 20 more to go. I just sold 3 miracle sets at that party. Oh my goodness. Plus all these other products, but the 3 miracle sets are for seminar and everything else is for, me, right? And so you just are, or how many items you've sold, or, I just sold $400 this week. I'm ahead of my goal, right? I'm ahead of my goal. So it is fun to have a goal. It is fun to track things. It is fun to check things off of a list, because it gives you energy and it gives you focus. Okay. So whether it is your goal to go to seminar or not, and we'll talk about the benefits of seminar coming up, but whether it's your goal to go to seminar or not, I hope it'll be your goal to sell $2,400 by then. Whether it goes towards seminar or maybe it's something for your family or whatever, I pray that you have a profit goal. And maybe your profit goal is even higher than that. You're like, girlfriend, I want to profit $1,200 next week, right? And then like, but have yourself a profit goal, and what is that going to go towards? What dream is being financed by your Mary Kay business? Because you have so much power in your business, so much potential. You just got to work it and just do what Liz said. She saw an opportunity and she went for it. And so, ladies, you have your opportunities too. Don't think about what you don't have. Think about what you do. Work with what God has given you already. Your gifts, your people, your time, your resources, your organizations that you're already a part of, right? What do you already have? And work from there. There you go. All right. So let's do our count up here. I am going
Can I
to
add something,
unpin my.
Bethany?
Yes, please do.
One thing that I learned when I was in the corporate world, don't be afraid to ask for help. Tell people what your goal is and just, be upfront and say, hey, Danny, it would really help me. I have this goal of going to seminar this summer, and it would really help me if you could host a party for me this week. Do you think you can get five people together for me? Really help me reach my goal. People like to help people. So don't be afraid to ask for help and be upfront. Hey, I'm trying to go to seminar. Tell them what your goal is, tell them what you need help with, and they will help you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. All right. Well, let's talk about what we have sold. I hope you've got it in how much you sold last week. So if you sold $1 last week, will you please raise your hand? All right. Wonderful. Okay. If you sold $100, keep those hands up. $200, keep the hand up. $300, $400. Dan, is your hand still up? Your virtual hand? Okay. All right. Virtual. Okay. So Liz, we're at $500, $600, $600, Liz? Shut up. Round of applause. And I think we know how she sold it. All right. So congratulations, Liz. We know how she sold it. Okay. So how many bookings? We might also be looking at the same queen of bookings. How many bookings do we have, ladies? If you have one booking on your calendar, please raise your hand. Fantastic. 2 bookings. 3, 4, 5. Oh, Erica's got her hand up too. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So we've got 7 for Danny and Liz, and Erica's is down too. Did everybody do 7? We got lucky 7s. Oh, Erica got 6.
6.
You got 6, Liz.
I have 5. I went down at 5.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 6, 6, 6. No. Okay. All right. We're down to 5, so we're good. That's just a joke. All right. And let's see Pink Possibility chats last week. How many Pink Possibility chats? You shared the opportunity. If you shared with one person. Oh, Maya got 1. All right. 2. Oh, Maya's got the 1. Maya's got the 1. All right. Very good. Well, congratulations, Maya. Ladies, what is your challenge for this week? Someone remind me. What is the challenge for this week?
3 people for Thursday's pink.
How many?
Pink chat. 3.
3. Because you have a goal and it's part of your training. And they could win $50 cash. And they're giving away free Mary Kay products and free e-starts. And it's going to be fun. And it's going to help you with your training. And they won't be bored, right? If you let them know, I promise you won't be bored. Okay, it will not be boring. Because they really aren't boring, right? Has anyone ever regretted listening to a Pink Share Zoom? I have never regretted listening to a Pink Share Zoom. It's always amazing. And Ari Hathaway is amazing. So ladies, have a great night. Thank you for being on. Liz, thank you again for sharing and just helping us to think bigger, right? Set big goals, do big things, blow out a big day. And we are cheering you on to 60. I didn't really like when you started saying 30 to 40. because when you listen, because you said you were going to listen to that recording again of Nikki McDaniel.
Yep.
I think she didn't have 60 people on Tuesday before her Saturday event either.
Nope.
No, she didn't. So you can still do it. You can still do it. So I believe if anyone can find a way, make a way, get people enrolled in the goal and get people excited to bring people, I think it might be you. You just show them those Liz bucks, right? And they'll want more Liz bucks. And yeah, that'll be great. So ladies, have a wonderful night. I love being with you all. I appreciate you. And I pray that this blessed you. If you've not signed up for a coaching call with me yet, do that, please. Would love to connect with you. And have a great night. Oh, and by the way, Jasmine is over 1,000 wholesale right now for this month as well. So give her a huge round of applause as well. She is next. She's the next towards her star as well. She's also ahead of tracking towards her star. So, yeah. So Jasmine,